Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into some massive Marvel news that got the internet buzzing yesterday. Avengers Doomsday is coming our way on May 1st, 2026, and the Marvel just dropped a bombshell with their cast reveal. We've got stacked lineup of actors, some familiar MCU faces, and a surprising number of X-Men legends from the Fox era. But here's the thing. With so many characters, I'm starting to worry that this might be just too much of a good thing. Stick around as we break down the announce the cast and why I was a little nervous about all these heroes, new and old, cramming into one film. Let's get to it. All right, let's start off with the big reveal. Marvel did this wild 5.5-hour live stream. Yeah, you heard me right. Where they unveiled the cast by showing chairs with names on them. Super dramatic, super Marvel, super dumb. As of right now, here's who's confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. And trust me, there's a lot. First up, obviously, it was the last chair, but he's the first person to be known that's in the movie already. So, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Yep, RDJ is back, but not as Iron Man. Well, at least we don't think he is. I think he's there for both, but that's just me. He's playing the big bad, and which is already a wild twist. And then we got Chris Hemsworth returning as Thor, the only original Avenger left from the first phase, right? Confirmed so far. Then we have Anthony Mackie back as Captain America, fresh off Brave New World. It struggled at the box office, but he's back for this. Then we have Tom Hiddleston. Okay, Tom Hiddleston's bringing back Loki into the mix. We got Paul Rudd returning as Ant-Man as well. And we have Simu Liu, who's back as Shang-Chi. We have Lynetta Wright back as Shuri and the new Black Panther. And we also have Winston Duke. M'Baka is joining us. Then we also have Namor making his waves back in again from Wakanda Forever as well. And don't forget, we also have Falcon coming back in. Then we got Fantastic Four crew crossing over from the film First Steps that hasn't released yet as of filming of this and talking about this. That's Reed Richards coming in. We got Sue Storm coming in. We got Johnny Storm coming in. And we got Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing. And then we also have the Thunderbolts squad is also showing up. Now we have Yelena Belova. We have Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. Winter Soldier. We have Red Guardian. We have John Walker, also known as U.S. Agent. We have Ghost. We have Sentry coming in. And here's my problem with the Fantastic Four being shown and also the Thunderbolts being shown. I think this announcement could have basically waited until after these two films came out. Now, maybe they're using this movie or this announcement to push these movies, but hear me out for a second. If you haven't watched any of the Marvel shows, okay, you don't know a lot of these people from the Thunderbolts. If you didn't see the Black Widow movie on Disney Plus, you also probably don't know a lot of these characters or who they are. So there's a lot there. And then the Fantastic Four is being shown for the first time. Now, because the movie's coming out in May and the other movie's coming out in July, you telling us that these guys are in this film kind of ruins the movies that are coming out. But let me know what you think in the comment section, if it's a big deal for you or not a big deal for you. Just my thoughts, okay? Then we move on to even crazier things. Marvel's pulling out all the stops by bringing back the X-Men actors from the old Fox films. Now, we've been waiting for X-Men for a really long time, and we knew they were going to dabble them in, but we didn't know they were going this hard, okay? We've got Kelsey Grammer. That's right, Kelsey Grammer as Beast. We saw him. He popped into the Marvels at the end cutscene. Then we have Patrick Stewart, who also made an appearance in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as Professor X. He's back. Then we have Ian McKellar coming back as Magneto, and Rebecca Romijn is reprising her role as Mystique. We also have James Marsden, also suiting up as Cyclops. I love him as Cyclops. I thought he was a perfect fit for that, and hopefully they'll do some justice. Maybe he even takes over. Who knows? I'm excited about him. Then we have Alan Cummings coming back. He's teleporting in his Nightcrawler. Plus, we have Channing Tatum as Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine joining the party, and that's 7 X-Men characters right there. So between the Thunderbolts, between the Fantastic Four, between the returning other characters, and now the X-Men characters, that's a whole lot of characters on screen. Let's pause and take a breath just for a second. That's 27 confirmed actors. So far, 27. And rumor has it, there could be over 50 characters total in this movie. I mean, Endgame had a ton of heroes, but this feels next level. And here's my worries starting to creep in. Is there too many characters for one film? Even with the Russo brothers directing, and they're legends after Infinity War and Endgame, how do you give all these people meaningful screen time? I'm scared we're going to get bloated mess where half the cast gets a line or two, and the other half just stands around looking cool. I don't want that. And I don't think you guys want that either. Think about Endgame. It worked because every character had a build up over the years. Tony, Cap, Thor, they all got their own moments. I talk more about this in the past video. Go check that out. But now we're throwing in the Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts crew, and a bunch of X-Men. On top of that, maybe the new Avengers. Look, I love the ambition, but I'm worried it's going to feel like a superhero traffic jam. If Tom Holland shows up, and will Spider-Man get lost in the shuffle? Will Shuri or Shang-Chi, who are supposed to be the front leaders of this next generation, are they just going to be put in the background as props? And Doctor Doom himself, RDJ, the star of the show, how does he stand out? Obviously, he'll stand out, but with so many other heroes vying for the attention, will it seem a little off? Now, let's talk about these X-Men return. Don't get me wrong. Ian McKellen as Magneto? Bro. Patrick Stewart as Professor X? I'm here for it. That's nostalgic gold. Look, I grew up in the early 2000s, right? I'm 46 years old. I watched them when in my late teens, early 20s, okay? And I loved every second of this. But seeing them in the MCU is a dream come true, but it's also a red flag for me. Bringing back the old guard, Cyclops, Mystique, Nightcrawler, feels like Marvel's leaning in hard into the fan service, and I get it. After some shaky post-Endgame projects, they want to win us back. But why not just use the chance to introduce some fresh X-Men team? Like, we've got a whole multiverse to play with. Why not show us a couple of new faces instead of recycling the whole Fox crew? Now, I know that they're bringing them back in, but I'm a little worried. That they're going to do what they did in Star Wars. Bringing back Luke, Han, and Leia, and kind of just throwing them off just to take the new characters and put them on their piggyback to bring us into the seats. Now, both you and I know that this is what they're doing. Nostalgia bait brings people in. It's going to be a hit. But at the same time, we could have problems like we had in Spider-Man or the multiverse where they just bring them back in and then kill them off in 3 seconds. I don't really like that, but we'll see what happens. Look, here's my fear. Stuffing Doomsday with all these legacy X-Men, it might dilute the stakes. If everyone's a variant from another universe, does it cheapen the story? Like, if Magneto's here, but he's not our Magneto, do I really care? Do you really care? And with so many old heroes, what about the new ones we've been building up, or the lack of building up? Sure, we got a Shang-Chi. Sure, we got Black Panther. Sure, you have all the other characters in the Disney Plus shows, like Hawkeye and whatnot. But if you're not giving them the story they deserve, and then you're hiding them even further back from characters that are 25 years old, like Miss Marvel or American Chavez, are they just going to sit this one out while the old ones steal the whole spotlight? Look, I want this to feel like a payoff for the multiverse saga, not a greatest hits reunion tour. That said, I'm still hyped. The Russo brothers know how to juggle big casts, and RDJ, the Doctor Doom, could be iconic. Maybe they'll surprise us and make it work. Tie all the threads together into something epic. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic, with a side of, please don't mess this up. What do you think? Are you excited for the massive lineup, or are you worried about the character overload too? Drop your thoughts in the comments section down below. I want to hear from you. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed the breakdown, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, so you don't miss our next Marvel deep dive. Look, Avengers Doomsday hits theaters May 1st, 2026. Mark your calendars. Until next time, stay super, and I'll catch you on the multiverse. Thanks for watching.